Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Shri Soundarya Lahari, explanation of verse 19. Mukham bindum kritva kucha yugamadhastasya tadadhaha harardham dhyayedyah hara mahishi te manmatha kalam sasadya samkshobham nayati vanita ityati laghu triloki mapyashu brahmayati ravindustana yugam. Verse 16 describes the Aruna Swarupam of Ambigai. How a person meditating on that Swarupam of Ambigai is bestowed with blessings from the beloved of Virinchi, Saraswati Devi. Verse 17 describes a Bhakta who reflects on Ambigai along with Vashini and other generators of speech, Ashtavagdevatas. That Bhakta becomes the author of poetic composition with beauty of wit like that of great poets and with words that are sweet and fragrant like the lotus face of Vagdevi. The 18th shloka also describes the Aruna Swarupam of Ambigai. He who thinks all heaven and earth as immersed in redness by the lustre of her body, with an arrangement like lustre of the newly risen sun, to that Bhakta, how many celestial damsels along with Urvashi, with eyes resembling startled forest deer, are not submissive. Indeed, all the women are submissive to that Bhakta. 19th verse describes Kamakala Dhyanam. Let us look at the Padacheda and then detailed explanation. Mukham bindum kritva kucha yugam adhaha tasya tat adhaha hara ardham dhyayet yah hara mahishi te manmatha kalam saha sadyah samkshobham nayati vanita iti ati laghu triloki api ashu brahmayati ravi indu sthana yugam. Mukham bindum kritva kucha yugam adhaha tasya tat adhaha. Mukham, the face, bindum, the central circle of the Sri Chakra, representing Shiva and Shakti in the casual stage of creation. Kritva, having regarded, having considered. Kucha yugam, the pair of sthana, bosoms. Adhaha tasya, below that. Bhakta, considering the face as the focal point, bindum, and then the pair of bosoms beneath that, just below that. Tat adaha, further below that. Harardham dhyayet yah hara mahishi te manmatha kalam. Harardham, the lower half of Shiva, the yoni or the female organs of generation. Dhyayet yah, he who meditates. That Bhakta, Hara Mahishi, O the queen, the Rani of Hara, indicating Parvati, the consort of Shiva. Te Manmatha Kalam, your manifestation of creative will, the Manmatha Kala, to that Bhakta, considering the face as the Bindusthanam, and just below that the pair of bosoms, and below that the yoni, that Bhakta who meditates on that manifestation of creative will. O the queen of Hara, what blessing does that Bhakta get? Saha sadyah samkshobham nayati vanita iti ati laghu. Saha sadyah, he immediately samkshobham nayati, reduces them or takes them to a state of agitation, to a state of hypnosis. Vanita, the women. Iti ati laghu. And when he does that, he does it with a lot of ease, with very less effort. A bhakta who considers Ambigai's face as the bindu, and then just below that the pair of bosoms, and below that the yoni, he who meditates on these three parts gets the blessing of Kamakala, the manifestation of creative will. And when he gets that blessing, he immediately reduces women to a state of agitation. And he does that with a lot of ease. Triloki api ashu brahmayati ravi indu stana yugam. Triloki api, even maiden of the three worlds, personified as a woman. Ashu brahmayati, he quickly deludes that women who have Ravi Indu Stana Yugam, the sun and moon for the pair of bosom or breasts. O Queen of Hara, he who meditates on your manifestation of creative will, having regarded the face as Bindu, the bosom below that, and the female organs of generation below that, he immediately reduces women to a state of agitation. He does this with a lot of ease. He even deludes quickly the maiden of the three worlds with sun and moon for the pair of breasts. While the first half of the verse extols the influence of Devi on the votary with reference to women in general, the second half deals with the extraordinary influence which, through her grace, her votary has over the three worlds personified as a woman. In virtue of this, a bhakta becomes the lord of three worlds within which the three Shaktis are in harmony. Similar to the previous shloka, it is important to remember that this shloka also does not talk about Stri Vashyakaram from a physical or an emotional aspect. Grihasthas have a major duty, a role in Loka Kshema, the welfare of the Prapancha, the universe. And when they do their duty, the better half, the wife, the woman also has a major contribution, Stri Dharma. In situations where the man and the woman in Grihastha are not in Anukula, in which sense they don't get along, especially in dharmic matters, this shloka can be chanted to make sure they both perform the righteous duties according to dharma, and when they do so, they offer a lot of devotion to Ambikai. Keeping in mind Lalita Sahasranama Nama, Suvasinyarchana Prita, where a woman who is a bhakta of Ambikai is also fit to be worshipped. A bhakta who meditates on Devi in this form is sure to look at all the women as Devis themselves. The corresponding namas from Lalita Sahasranamam: Moola Mantratmika, she who is the meaning of Moola Mantra, the root mantra, or she who is the cause. Moola Kotatraya Kalebhara, she whose body is the three parts of the basic mantra. Yoni Nilaya, she who is the cause and source of everything. This shloka can be chanted to obtain the blessings of Parashakti for us to walk in the path of righteousness. Thus concludes the explanation of verse 19 of Sri Soundarya Lahari. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Jai Jai Shankara. Har Har Shankara.